Live from Palmasola Park in Bradenton, Florida, it's the Aquanauts versus the Mocs. First pitch from the starting pitcher, Bella Brown, is ball one to the leadoff hitter, Jada Thomas, the center fielder. Thomas is followed by Karis Pierce at first base. Batting third is Carson Carpenter, the third baseman. Hitting cleanup, Sophia Fadley, the catcher. Batting fifth, Chloe Aldrich in left field, as it's strike one on the outer part. In the sixth hole for the Aquanauts, it is Emma Shoemaker at short. Batting seventh, Camry Riley, the second baseman. In the eighth hole, Bree Hopkins, the DP. And rounding out the order for Anna Maria, it's Lauren Sweat in right field. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the starting center fielder for the Aquanauts, Jada Thomas. One thing to note in this game and for the rest of the summer is the 2-1 pitch. Beneath the knees, ball 3. The players in the transfer portal are wearing orange and blue wristbands to indicate that they're looking for a new home. Not Jada Thomas, as she was brilliant this past season in her freshman season with Jacksonville. Dolphins excited to get her back. Hit .355 across 55 starts, was an all-ASUN selection, all-ASUN freshman. The ASUN, a competitive softball conference. The tournament champion Stetson took a game off of Florida State in the regionals. 3-1 the count to Thomas here. The pitch hits the outer edge. Thomas thought it was a strike, but instead it works the count full. Bella Brown rocks and fires. Ground ball to second. Scooped up and flipped 4-3 to retire the leadoff batter. That's Castori to Stroud. Both Castori sisters on the Rivermocs team. It's the younger sister, Summer, who made that play at second. The outfield left to right for the Rivermocs. Mitchell in left, Matthews in center, and Gutierrez in right. So there's a pitch down low to the second batter of the inning, Karis Pierce, out of USF. Here's Pierce in the transfer portal after 2 successful seasons under Ken Erickson. Pounds that foul. In 102 games, 95 as a starter, she hit .320. Hit 13 doubles, 3 triples, left the yard 3 times, and brought home 41 runs. An excellent defensive player as well. From the Tampa Bay area, from Pinellas County and Palm Harbor. Next pitch. Bounces it foul. Pierce right up the middle for a base knock. Blows that past the originator. And the first hit of the ball game comes off the Rising Juniors bat. That brings up the 3-spot hitter Carson Carpenter, third baseman out of Cali College in Arkansas City, Kansas. This past season with the Tigers at the JUCO level, in 54 games, she hit .389. Great season, 12 doubles, 12 home runs. Takes a pitch in the other box, ball 1. One ball pitch. Swing and a miss. There's a strike. 1-1. Clips the outer corner. Pierce, the runner at first, only stole 5 bases this past season. Now the 1-2. Misses the strike zone, evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Aquanauts, coached by Jenna Lord, who was not here for the first 2 games of FGCL play. It's the 2-2. Misses outside. Was here for the practice day, had to go to a wedding. But from Trussville, Alabama, from the high school powerhouse that is Hewitt-Trussville High School, played at Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, and Charlotte. Quite the journeyman in her career. As a foul ball off the bat of Carpenter. But Lord found a home these last 2 seasons with Charlotte. Used her last 2 years pretty well. Hit .414 in 115 games with 34 bombs. One of the best players in the American. As there's ball 4 given out. And her team, Jenna Lord's team, has 2 runners on with just 1 out. That brings up the cleanup hitter, Sophia Fadley, the catcher. Fadley from Dodge City Community College in Kansas. First pitch is high and away, stopped by the catcher Velasquez. The defense for the Aquanauts, the outfield left to right, Mitchell's, Matthews, Gutierrez. The infield, Jensen at third, Pylon at short, Castori at second, Stroud at first, and Velasquez doing the catching for her battery mate, Bella Brown. There's a strike. Two one pitch. Foul into the fence. Two balls, 2 strikes to the cleanup hitter. The Conquistadors this spring hit .403 in 50 starts, 22 extra base hits, 10 left the yard. And she has a full count now. Didn't walk all too much in that time frame. Just 9 walks in 50 games. Not like she struck out too much either, just 26. Just over 1 every other game. She flies one down the right field foul line, and it drops in foul grounds. She stays alive with a 3-2 count still. Here comes the payoff. Swinging a soft tapper to third, gets past the third baseman Jensen, racing home to score, and the ball's juggled again, this time by the left fielder. Runners on both corners, and the Aquanauts score the first run. Ruled an error by the third baseman Jensen. Now a meeting in the circle for the Rivermocs infield. Runner scores on the error. No RBI for Fadley. Carpenter settles at third. Fadley is at first. Next batter, Chloe Aldrich, the team's left fielder. Teammate of Coach Lord. Lord was a fifth-year senior for Charlotte. Aldrich was a true freshman. She fouls a pitch away. Aldrich from Friendswood, Texas. Had 34 at-bats as a true freshman, hit .206, 7 hits and 34 ABs. 2 for doubles, left the yard once, brought him 4 runs. As she rolls one through the legs of the first baseman Stroud. That scores Carpenter. Aldrich races to second and avoids the tag. 2-0 Aquanauts after another blunder by the infield. So both corner infielders have made mistakes here. Pitch is outside. At the plate is Emma Shoemaker. Another Charlotte 49er. Lays off that one. Fadley at third base. Aldrich at second. Swing and a miss. Two the count to the 6-hole hitter. And she's down swinging. Second out of the inning. The wind's starting to pick up here at Palmasola Park. It's blowing in towards home plate. Camry Riley takes a pitch on the inside half. Riley, another Cali College Tiger, originally from Augusta, Kansas. 1-1 the count to her. Swing, strike 2. The 1-2 pitch from Brown. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Not before the Aquanauts can score 2 runs off 1 hit, 2 errors. They leave 2 on. Rivermocs due up when we return. Bottom of the second, Rivermocs due up facing the Aquanauts starter, Sophia Bertarelli. Starting lineup for Mayaca City, Kenzie Pillow, the shortstop, leads things off, followed by Molly Mitchell in left. Batting third, Kyla Strad, the first baseman. Hitting cleanup, Kylie Jensen at third. Hitting fifth for the Rivermocs, Alana Velasquez, the team's catcher. In the sixth hole, Bailey Davis, the extra hitter. Hitting seventh, Jolie Matthews, the center fielder. Batting eighth, Bella Brown, the pitcher. In the ninth spot, Jillian Gutierrez in right. And riding at the order in the 10 spot, Summer Castori, the second baseman. Aquanauts scored 2 runs in the top half of the first thanks to 2 errors that scored 2 unearned runs. Bella Brown, the starter for Mayaca City, also walked a batter and gave up a hit. But here is Kenzie Pillow, the team's shortstop. Rather, pylon. First pitch to pylon. Hits the outside part. Kenzie Ferrier Pylon had a brilliant season this past year with Cal Baptist as a true freshman, all WAC first teamer. It's the 0-1. Goes high. So with Cal Baptist, the Lancers, she hit 403 with 22 doubles. That was second in the conference, top 15 nationally. Hit 2 home runs, 23 RBIs. It's the 1-1 pitch. Hits the outer edge for strike 2. 18 walks, and sort of impressive stats for 62 games, but perhaps the most impressive one, just 7 strikeouts. It's a 1-2 count to her here. She fouls the pitch away. So Cal Baptist had a great season. They went 43-19, 15-3 in the Western Athletic Conference. They won the regular season and the tournament, but got sent to Westwood, UCLA's regional. They lost to the Bruins, as well as Cal State Fullerton. Went 0-2 in the tournament. The 1-2 pitch. She crushes this high down the left field line. It's in foul grounds, and the catch made in the corner by the left fielder, Chloe Aldrich. Well, a nice play to get a tough out. We'll have to mention again that the wind is blowing in, so certainly contorting fly balls as well, as Molly Mitchell steps in. First pitch to the Georgia Bulldog bounces before home plate. Mitchell, one of a couple Georgia Bulldogs on this Rivermocs team, along with Emma Castori. 2 players who are going to be upperclassmen next season for UGA. Mitchell just completed her sophomore season. The 1-0 from the starting pitcher, Bertarelli. Mitchell, first season, just 12 at-bats across 31 games, was mostly a pinch runner. Last season, similar deal, 16 at-bats, 5 hits, 16 runs across 27 games. Next pitch. Fouls the pitch away. So her first 2 seasons in college softball, made it to the Supers with the Dogs. Fell short of a trip to a World Series both times. It's the 2-1 pitch from Bertarelli. High and away, ball 3. Bertarelli, freshman from Boston College, where she pitched just 4 innings this season. Gave up 8 runs off 7 hits. Walked 6, struck out 1. There's a foul ball out of the yard. Full count to the 2-hole hitter, Molly Mitchell. The payoff pitch. Loops outside, ball 4. First base runner of the ball game for the Rivermocs comes in the form of the second hitter of the game. That takes us to Kyla Stroud. In the transfer portal after limited action with the Auburn Tigers, her first 3 seasons. Started about half the team's games last year. As she swings and misses, it's strike 1. But her first 2 seasons, only 14 at-bats. This last year, 43 games, 29 starts, hit .273, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. Did strike out 27 times in that time frame. She takes a ball there. Listed as a redshirt sophomore, so 2 years left for the Covington, Georgia native. Was a top 20 recruit coming out of high school. As she bats a pitch away. The 1-1. Her father, Horace, was a running back for the Auburn football team in the late 80s. Part of a very good 1989 Tigers team that went 10-2 and beat Ohio State in the Hall of Fame Bowl. Finished 6th in the AP poll, so being an athlete's in her blood. The pitch to Stroud with Mitchell at first. Popped into the second baseman Riley's glove for out number 2. That takes us to Kylie Jensen, the cleanup hitter in the Rivermocs order. Third baseman out of Northwestern. Went 0 for 3 in her limited action as a freshman. First pitch, ball 1 for her. Next pitch is outside. The 2-0 pitch comes home from Bertarelli. And it's high for ball 3. Back pick attempt. Escapes the mitt of the first baseman Pierce for a moment, but the runner stays still. Jensen just 1 for 1 this season with the FGCL. 2 runs, an RBI. Her 1 hit was a double. She's also been walked once. 3-0. Take strike 1. (3-1) the count to Jensen. Bertarelli winds and deals home. And the pitch is fouled away. Bertarelli, so far this summer, only 2 innings pitched, has allowed 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, a walk, at least coming into this game. Since then has walked another. And there's another. The runners think about advancing more than 60 feet, but it's just first and second for the Rivermocs. And Jensen's 1,000 on base percentage stays that way, at least for now. Yet to be retired through the first 2 games this season for the Mocs. So Mitchell to second base. Jensen is at first. That brings up Alana Velasquez, who's in the transfer portal. First pitch to her is a strike. Velasquez, first 2 seasons at Northern Illinois in the Mid-American Conference. Originally from Florida, Pembroke Pines. She swings and misses there. Rather, it was 3 seasons at NIU. Did not play in 2024, and the last 2 seasons only had 6 ABs. Bertarelli comes home. Just low. Velasquez only 1 at bat coming into this game. Got a hit. The 1-2 pitch to her. Swinging a towering pop-up above the shortstop. Shoemaker calls and makes the catch to retire the side. The Rivermocs get 2 runners on base via 2 walks, but failed to bring either home. No runs off no hits. We'll go to the second with the Aquanauts in front by a pair. Top of the second between Ana Maria and Mayaca City. Aquanauts return to the plate. They send 8-9-1 to the dish. That's Bree Hopkins, Lauren Sweat, and Jada Thomas facing Bella Brown, the Rivermocs starter. Bree Hopkins, the DP, watches the first pitch flash outside, ball 1. Out of Bella Brown's arm, she allowed 2 runs that were unearned thanks to 2 errors in the first. Did walk a batter and allow a single. The 1-0. Slips outside again, ball 2. Brown, a freshman last season with Southeastern in Lakeland, an NAIA school. So that ball's popped back. And they were one of the best at that level this past season. A top 10 team for much of the year, went 51-10, 22-2 in conference. Impressive stat. They didn't lose a true road game. So there's another foul ball. The count 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the Fire, their quality season was capped off by a trip to the NAIA Softball World Series where they were very competitive. Won 3 games, lost 2 to Madonna. So they were the NAIA national runner-up. It's their second ever 50-win season. And there's a walk handed out by Brown. So a handful of those Southeastern players in the FGCL this summer. Fia Zelenka, who's on the bench right now for the Rivermocs, expected to come in at some point in this game. She was one of their best pitchers. So the first pitch is ball 1 to Lawrence Sweat, the right fielder, leading things off for the Aquanauts. Sweat from Dodge City Community College, where she hit .404, and she watches a pitch drift outside, rather outside corner. 30 extra base hits for the Conquistadors freshman. 1-1. Pushes her inside. This ball tiptoeing the third base foul line, and it's foul before the bag. And it's strike 2. Here comes the 2-2 offering. It's high. Batter has to duck. The Rivermocs, coached by Chloe Evans, who was... So that one's outside. Evans was an outfielder at Minnesota and UCF. And her college career that ended a couple seasons ago. After her time as a collegiate player ended, she became a grad assistant for the Florida Gators under Coach Tim Walton. Worked a lot with the analytics, tracking pitches, cutting film. A big part of the Gators' success these last 2 seasons. Graduated in May with a master's degree from UF. At the plate, Jada Thomas. Pitches a strike. Evans also an outfielder for the Florida Breeze, the professional team that also plays here at Palmasola Park. She hit a home run on Friday against the Florida Vibe. 0-1 is low for a ball. Back-to-back walks to start the second inning, given out by Bella Brown. It's now a 1-2 count to Thomas. Brown. Her pitch cracked high to center. Pushes Matthews back, and it's over the fence. A 3-run bomb by Thomas. It is now 5-0 Aquanauts after the center fielder goes straight away to center field. A big-time blast off the bat of Thomas. Thomas hit 4 of those this last spring with the Dolphins. Part of the reason why she was all ace on first team as a freshman. Now it's Karis Pierce. First pitch is a called strike on the outer part. There's a ball to Pierce. Thomas was one of 3 all-conference first-teamers for the Dolphins, along with pitcher J.C. Harrelson and catcher Sarah Beth Brake. Good season for JU. Strike 2 to Pierce. Ball's foul. 5-0 for the Aquanauts. After 2 runs came in the first, thanks in part to 2 errors, and the 3-run bomb by Thomas. Pierce smacks that past the shortstop. 3rd hit of the ball game for the Aquanauts, 2nd off the bat of Karis Pierce. Here's Carson Carpenter. For Jada Thomas, it was her first home run of the summer. 3rd by the Aquanauts. She joins Emma Shoemaker and Amelia Bartholomew in the home run party. Carson Carpenter at the plate. Pitch escapes from the catcher Velasquez for a moment. It's ball 1. Rather, ball 2. So Velasquez now joins her battery mate in the circle. Trying to get through this 2nd inning. We're expected to see Delaney Grover and Fia Zelenka pitch today for the Rivermocs. The goal for Brown is to get through 3 with her service. Karis Pierce at first with no gone in the top of the 2nd. This ball fisted to shallow left. The shortstop tracks it and makes the catch. So there's the elusive first out. And Sophia Fadley, the catcher and cleanup hitter, to the plate. Brown fires. Rifles a strike on the outer part. Fly ball above the second baseman. Castori collects, 2 outs. First pitch, ball 1 to Chloe Aldrich up for the second time. She reached on an error in the first. Here's ball 2. Two-0 comes home. Down the left field line, poked for a base hit. Pierce stops at second after Aldrich extends the bat and sneaks it through the infield. That's the third hit of the frame for Anna Maria. Now it's Emma Shoemaker, the shortstop, who struck out her only time up. Charlotte 49er takes inside, throw back to the third baseman. Not there for the tag. Left the throw a little short of the base, quickly popped up, but a double steal for the Aquanauts. There's ball 2 outside and high. Three of the count. 8th batter of the inning for the Aquanauts. Brown walked the first 2, gave up a home run. Then Pierce singled. After 2 pop-ups, Aldrich singled, and they both stole bases to have 2 in scoring position. 3-0. Fly ball to right center. On the run, making the catch is Gutierrez to end the inning. Anna Maria scores 3 runs thanks to the 3-run bomb by Thomas. A total of 3 hits. They leave 2 on. We're through 1.5. Aquanauts up 5-0. Bottom of the second. Aquanauts ahead 5-0. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Rivermocs, starting with Bailey Davis, the team's extra hitter. Pitch from Sophia Bertarelli. Drops low, ball 1. Bailey Davis out of McNeese State in the Southland Conference. Takes a pitch on the outside corner. McNeese State coming off a fantastic season, went 40-22, 18-9 in league play. As that's ball 2. Had some impressive wins throughout the season. Took a game off Ole Miss, at the time the number 21 team in the country. Also beat Power 4 opponents Houston, Missouri, Iowa, and Baylor. As that pitch misses, it's ball 3. The Cowgirls ran through the Southland Conference, went 3-0 in the tournament. Lost in the College Station Regional as that ball mashed foul. Lost to Arizona State initially. Sun Devils won that region and also lost to UConn. So full count to the leadoff hitter Davis for McNeese. The pitch from Sophia Bertarelli. High and in, ball 4. So the rising junior gets aboard. That's the third walk given out by Bertarelli this ball game. She walked 2 in the first inning, did not allow a run, so wasn't too much of a hindrance to the team's success so far, but 3 walks through 6 batters for the starting pitcher. That brings up Jolie Matthews, the center fielder. First pitch to the rising freshman. Twirls outside, ball 1. Matthews from Cannon School in Concord, North Carolina. She won a state championship in 2024. Committed to KSU, Kennesaw State. Blasts a ball above the infield. The shortstop is there, calling everybody out. Shoemaker makes the one-handed snag. One out with Davis at first. It's the pitcher, Bella Brown. Brown watches a pitch go outside into the dirt. Davis thinks about moving, stays stationary. It's ball 1. And so Bella Brown only played in 10 games this season with the Fire, behind a loaded team, as I mentioned, 50-win program this season. Scored 6 runs, stole 3 bases. It's mostly a pinch runner. That one's high and in. 3-0 count to Brown. Pitch comes home. Brown shows bunt, pushes it foul. If you were hearing the sound effects, that is the Myakka City Rivermocs dugout. Someone in there has a vast collection of noises. 3-1. Brown takes it. Runner goes. She slides in, but is tagged out 2-6. That was ball 3. Sorry for the confusion there. But that erases the lead runner who gets aboard. Now the 3-1. Brown takes ball 4. That's now 4 walks given out through the first 8 batters for the Aquanauts starting pitcher. Takes us to Jillian Gutierrez, the team's right fielder. In the portal after 2 stellar seasons with Incarnate Word in the state of Texas. Smacks a pitch foul. So Gutierrez, across 91 games, 90 of which she started, hit .314 with 12 doubles and 6 home runs with 58 runs batted in. The 1-strike pitch to her. Gutierrez on the ground into the glove of Carpenter. She throws it across the diamond, out of the glove initially, but then to first to retire the side. So, the Aquanauts starter walks 2 batters again, but it does not prove to be an issue as there are no runs off no hits, 1 left on, and we're through 2. It's 5-0. First pitch is a ball to the leadoff hitter in the top of the 3rd inning. It is Camry Riley, the second baseman, went down swinging, her only time up. That came in the 1st. Next pitch, this one lifted softly to short. Easy play for the shortstop Pylon. She's been good today at the shortstop position for Mayaka City. That takes us to Bree Hopkins, the DP. First pitch is a strike on the outside part of the zone. Bree Hopkins, 4 years of eligibility left after redshirting her true freshman year at Missouri State. Bounces it off the mitt of the pitcher. Tricky play, and they got her. A 1-6-3 ground out retires Hopkins. And another good play by the aforementioned shortstop Pylon. So she put up those video game numbers like Cal Baptist and can also field. First pitch is high, ball 1 to Lauren Sweat, the right fielder. Sweat walked and scored in the second. Was brought in by the Jada Thomas home run. She's on deck. There's a foul ball. Swing, strike two. Rather ball. Fly ball to left center. Falls for a base hit. Racing to second. Standing in with a double. Sweat, the 9-hole hitter, with a two-bagger. Fifth hit today for the Aquanauts. Here comes the pitch to Jada Thomas. Lets it hit the lower half for strike one. The 1-1 fired home. Ground ball past the third baseman, but drifts foul. Man, Thomas teleported to first. She has some serious speed. Next pitch. High and away. The ball is low. It's a full count here. To Jada Thomas batting first. In the Aquanauts order. Grounded to second in the first. Hit the 3-run shot in the second. At the plate with a full count, a runner at second and 2 gone in the top of the third. Swing and a miss. Good pitch from Brown. Runs it into the kitchen, and Thomas chases. The Aquanauts leave a runner stranded off one hit. No errors. No runs scored. We're through 2.5. Still 5-0. New pitcher for the Aquanauts. It's the designated player, Bree Hopkins, now in the circle after the starter, who's in the flex that is currently inactive, went 2 innings with just 4 walks, no strikeouts, no hits or runs. She was walking batters, but it was working out as she had a great defense behind her and stayed in tune. It's Summer Castori, the second baseman, who fouls a pitch off, down in the count 0-2. She is a rising freshman committed to Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets, one of the better teams of the ACC, made it to the Gainesville Regional this past season. We've got a little regional streak going on in Atlanta as Hopkins flies it down the right field line and away. Bree Hopkins, by the way, in the transfer portal. But so, Summer Castor is committed to Georgia Tech. She's excited to be there. And her older sister, who's also on the Rivermocs, Emma, she's at Georgia going into her senior season as there's a foul ball again. And so Emma is one of our interns as well as a player here at the Florida Gulf Coast League, and she was telling me, yes, it's a house divided now in the Castori home in Beaufort, Georgia. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball down the right field side, drops in foul territory. So it should be interesting to see what happens when Georgia Tech takes on Georgia in 2027 with that matchup. It's an 0-2 count to the younger sister Castori. Hopkins. There's ball one. Ball two. The count evens up to the rising freshman. Summer Castori out of Beaufort High School. Very good softball program are the Wolves. They produce a lot of high-level talent, as seen by the two Castori sisters. So there's another defensive hack, but also a teammate and classmate of Summer Castori, Caroline Stanton, who's for the Loggerheads here at the FGCL, the National Gatorade Player of the Year, the top recruit out of the high school class of 2026. She enrolled early at Florida this past year and redshirted. But Beaufort, they make good softball players. And Castori, a real veteran at bat here for someone who has not stepped on campus yet. Three-two pitch. Castori floats it to left. Aldrich barely has to move. She makes the catch after a very long at-bat. Goes in favor of the new arm, Bree Hopkins. Back to the top of the Rivermocs order. Here is Kenzie Pylon, the shortstop. Pylon swings. It's a high chopper. Difficult play. Gets past the second baseman, Riley. An infield single for Pylon on the Baltimore chop. First pitch is a strike here to Molly Mitchell. Next one. Hits the outside part. The 0-2 to Mitchell. Slow roller to second. They'll go for the force out at first. Wise decision, as Pylon had a good jump, and she's now to second on the 4-3 rollover. And a runner in scoring position for the Mocs, but two gone as Kyla Stroud comes up. She popped up to second. Pitch is low and in. That one escapes the catcher, bounces off the plate, and Pylon's 60 feet away. Here's the pitch. Finds the zone for a strike. Hopkins misses downstairs. 3-1 now the count to the three-hole hitter Stroud. The inning started with a fly out to left. Then Kenzie Pylon got the first hit of the game for the Rivermocs with an infield single. Then Molly Mitchell grounded to second. After that, Pylon advanced to third on a wild pitch. Swing and a miss. The count is full for Stroud. Stroud entering her redshirt junior season. Looking for her next stop of her college career. Tattoos the ball to center, but a shoestring catch made by Thomas. Good play by the Aquanauts defense. They've been balling defensively today. But the Rivermocs get their first hit, get her all the way over to third, fail to bring her home. It's 5-0 Aquanauts. We go to the fourth. New pitcher Delaney Grover for the Mocs. High fly ball to center. Catch made by the new right fielder, Hannah Davila. Center fielder, rather. Top of the fourth inning, 2 outs with a runner at second. That's Carpenter. Amelia Bartholomew pinch hit and struck out before Chloe Aldrich is at the plate. Handful of substitutions made on both ends, as that ball's fouled away. The new pitcher is Delaney Grover, who relieves Bella Brown, who went 3 innings with 4 hits, 5 runs, all but three of which were earned. Walked 3 and struck out 3. Currently in line for the loss. Then now the pitch is on the outer edge. It's strike 3, and that's the end of the top of the fourth. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, a runner left on. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Bottom of the 4th inning, Rivermocs being shut out by the Aquanauts 5-0. At the plate, 4-5-6 from Mayaca City, starting with Kyla Jensen, who walked in the 1st inning. Bree Hopkins, the relief pitcher, in for her 2nd frame. Tosses a pitch that's fouled backwards. Mostly a new defense for the Aquanauts. The outfield left to right, Henson, Davila, and still Sweat. At third base, Carpenter. Shortstop is Pierce. Second base, Wyndham. Aldrich at first, with the catcher now Bartholomew. Hopkins rocks and deals the 1-1. Sends a strike home. Next pitch, batted foul. The 1-2. Swinging a floating ball, drops fair past the first baseman. And Jensen, uncertain about turning two, stays at first, the bloop single. Just the 2nd hit of the game for the Rivermocs. That takes us to Alana Velasquez, the starting catcher. Popped up to short with a runner on in the 1st inning to end that frame. She fouls the pitch back. Velasquez in the portal after 3 years with Northern Illinois. One strike pitch from Hopkins. Velasquez pushed inside, ball 1. Hopkins deals home. Good take from the Mocs catcher. Next pitch. Velasquez sails it down the right field line, but it curls foul. Two balls, 2 strikes to Velasquez, hitting 5th in Chloe Evans' batting order. The pitch comes home. Velasquez smashes it high to right. Easy catch for Sweat for the first out of the inning. Velasquez gets underneath, and that brings up Bailey Davis, the extra hitter. Walked and was caught stealing 2-6. Her only time up in the 2nd. She has a runner at first in the form of Kylie Jensen, as the pitch misses just outside to Davis. Davis lays down a bunt. It's a beauty. Barely moves. Hopkins gets it to first, but not in time. Davis, an infield bunt single. And we've seen a lot of that this summer. Balls just die in the infield when you lay down a bunt. So runners at first and 2nd now with just 1 gone. As it is Jolie Matthews, who popped up to short her first time up, watches a fastball out of the arm of Hopkins rifle onto the outer corner. Jolie Matthews, the Monaca City starting center fielder. Pokes one foul. The Rivermocs have trailed all game since the top of the first inning, where the Aquanauts plated 2 runs that were both unearned, thanks to an error by both the third baseman and first baseman. Late swing, strike 2 on the foul ball. That first inning was followed by the second for Ana Maria. They got the first 2 on via walks, free passes handed out by the starter, Bella Brown, and then Jada Thomas punished them for it. Hit a far home run to straightaway center, scored 3. This ball bounced into the glove of the first baseman, who sends it to second base, not in time. So just the force out at first. Runners advance 60 feet, so Rivermocs with their best opportunity to score some runs so far, but it does come with 2 gone. So Matthews is now 0 for 2. Davis to second. Jensen shifts to third. That takes us to the pitcher. This is Delaney Glover, who entered in the top half of this inning, making her first appearance in the batter's box. Towering shot to right center. Davila and Sweat converge, and Sweat makes the catch, and the Rivermocs still shut out. In the bottom of the 4th, they get 2 hits. They leave 2 in scoring position. We're through 4 innings, 5-0 our score. Start of the 5th inning, due up 6-7-8 for the Ana Maria Aquanauts, who lead it 5-0. Delaney Glover in the circle for her 2nd inning. Misses down low with the first pitch fastball. Glover relieved Bella Brown, who's in line for the loss right now. After 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 were earned. Walked 3 and struck out 3. It's a number of defensive changes for the Mocs. The infield left to right, Velasquez at third, Castori, that's Summer at short, Pylon at second, Zelenka at first, and Jensen behind the dish now catching. Emma Castori is in right field. Zelenka is in center. In left field right now it's Bailey Davis, but she's not going to hit. The pitch to Nyla Henson, there for a strike. Nyla Henson, her first at-bat, came in the 4th. Take strike 3. Thought it was ball 4, but instead rung up looking. 3 straight strikeouts now for Delaney Glover. Bunt put backwards. It's Kaylee Wyndham. Committed to Tennessee State in the Ohio Valley Conference. A rising freshman. Indecisive between bunt and upward swing, and she takes an awkward hack. It's 0-2 the count to the 5'7" infielder. That one is high. Next pitch goes outside. Wyndham puts this high and into the glove of the shortstop Castori. 2 away. That brings up the starting DP, who has since moved into the circle. Bree Hopkins has been excellent in the circle as it's ball 1 to her. Offensively walked and scored in the second and grounded out awkwardly 1-6-3 in the third. It was off the glove of the pitcher, handled by the shortstop, and in time to the first baseman. 1-0. Hopkins acknowledges a strike on the outer edge. The 1-1 pitch. Wheels outside. Hopkins. Huge swing that time. 2-2 the count to her. Hopkins bats a ball foul. And Hopkins takes the free pass. A 2-out walk handed out to the 8-hole hitter. That brings up Lauren Sweat, the team's right fielder. Sweat walked and was also brought in by the home run off Jada Thomas in the second. She hit a 2-out double in the third, but the inning ended subsequently with a strikeout. Pitch to Sweat. Misses downstairs. Pitch misses. This ball laced down the left field line and fair. Hopkins on her horse as the ball is misplayed initially by Stroud. And she puts her hands up and says she loses it in the fence. And that sends Hopkins back to third. A lucky roll for the Rivermocs prevents a run from scoring. Instead, it's two in scoring position as the Aquanauts with some 2-out action. So back-to-back doubles for Lauren Sweat. Productive day for her. And that sends Jada Young to the plate for the first time. Rising freshman committed to the University of Pittsburgh in the ACC, the Panthers. She chases that time. Strike one. Shows bunt. Whiffs on that whack. Oh, 2 pitch. Strike three. The Rivermocs hold off a 2-out rally by the Aquanauts. 2 left on base despite a double and a walk. No runs scored in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom half. Mocs looking to snap the shutout. New pitcher in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Aquanauts. It's Kira Carreau out of South Florida State College. First pitch rolled down the left field line. It is now Emma Castori in the 9-hole, replacing Jillian Gutierrez, who only had 1 at-bat, grounded to third. Castori, one of the older players on this Rivermocs team, entering her senior season at Georgia. Takes a pitch on the outside part. Castori chases, and she is down swinging. That brings up her younger sister, Summer. She flew out to left earlier. So the final line for the previous pitcher, Bree Hopkins, 2 scoreless innings with 2 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. Hopkins has been pretty good in her outings so far in the Florida Gulf Coast League. Castori right to the shortstop. Good contact, but an unlucky location if you are the Mocs. 2 away. Rivermocs running out of outs to work with. They've left a total of 6 runners on today. As the first pitch is ball 1 to Kenzie Pylon. There's a strike. Pylon had a fly out to left in the first. She singled and got all the way over to third in the 3rd inning, but was not able to be brought home. The 1-1, high and out. Pylon out of California Baptist awaits the pitch. Carreau gets chase. This past season, Kira Carreau, 27 appearances, 1 start, 2-2. A 9-6 record in 163 2/3 innings pitched, 2.18 ERA. A 116 whip and struck out 147. The pitch. Lost the rise ball. Carreau out of Sebastian, Florida. Three-two pitch. Swing and a foul ball. There's that relentless approach from Kenzie Pylon. She just does not strike out. Only 7 times in almost 200 at-bats as a freshman. 3-2 delivery. Another defensive hack. Here comes the payoff, part 2. Tapped softly to left, and there making the catch is Aldrich to retire the side. Long at bat goes in favor of the Aquanauts reliever. Kira Carreau sends down the Mocs 1-2-3. We're through 5-0 Ana Maria. New pitcher for the Rivermocs. In comes Fia Zelenka out of Southeastern. She will also bat in the 2-hole, facing 2-3-4 for the Aquanauts. First pitch is a swinging strike. Karis Pierce, an aggressive approach to Zelenka, an NAIA first-team All-American this last season. The ace for the Fire, helped lead them to the College World Series. She relieves Delaney Glover, who will stay in and bat 8th as the DP. She had a excellent outing. 2 innings without a run, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Zelenka rocks and deals as this ball is well tagged to left center and off of the top of the fence. On her run towards second, she makes it 2. It was a throw that was in time, but off the mark, got away from the second baseman. So it's a leadoff double. And now the third hit for Pierce. She's 3 for 4. Good start for the 6th inning. If you're the Aquanauts. Zelenka from Miami. A 1.30 ERA over her first 3 years. .130 ERA over 327 innings in 3 years with the Fire. An absolute workhorse. But right now, after giving up a leadoff double, she has a 3-0 count. Did not walk many batters this past year, just 29 in 145 innings to striking out 164. There she walks a batter, and the first 2 are aboard for the Aquanauts, and they have an opportunity to add some insurance to their run total of 5. And that brings Amelia Bartholomew to the plate. She hit a home run earlier this weekend. Struck out swinging, has a pinch hitter. Her only other time up today in the 4th. Ground ball to second. Play made by Pylon. She gets it to first. Quick snap throw to the third baseman now is Velasquez. No out there, but they get the runner after the other 2 advance 60 feet. That brings up Chloe Aldrich with 2 in scoring position. She's the team's first baseman, is 1 for 3. Aldrich also with a stolen base. Takes ball 1. Foul ball. Zelenka twice an NAIA All-American, a 3rd-teamer in 2025. Had a 19-3 record this past season, which got her on the first team as that ball into the backstop. Play at the plate, not there. Runner comes in and scores on the wild pitch, and it's 6-0. Two balls, 2 strikes to Aldrich. Still just 1 out in the frame. As that ball fouled. The count runs full. Defensive hack that time by Aldrich. The rising sophomore for Charlotte. Fouls another one away. Payoff. On the outer edge, Aldrich down and looking for the second straight time. That's the second out of the inning. And it brings up Nyla Henson, who also struck out looking, her last and her only time up. First pitch is a strike to her. The 0-1. Drifts outside. One pitch, hit right to the third baseman Velasquez to end the inning. But the Aquanauts do add a run of insurance thanks to a leadoff double and a wild pitch to score Pierce. 6-0, Rivermocs running out of time. Bottom of the sixth inning, Rivermocs back to the plate. First pitch to Fia Zelenka is swung after and missed for strike one. Ball softly drops into shallow center. Zelenka finds green grass. So Zelenka, leadoff knock.
Perfect, yeah. Thank you.
As this ball swung after and fouled away by Kyla Stroud, who's 0 for 2. Popped up to second in the first, lined out to center field in the third. Down in the count 0-1. Grounder foul. Still Kira Carreau, who's going to finish this one in all likelihood for the Aquanauts. She's in the circle. 0-2. Hit the other direction, falls for a base knock. Zelenka turns and races to third. She is there, now charging to second base with no one really looking after her. That is Stroud. Kind of uncertain defense here by the Aquanauts. Zelenka was going to get to third regardless, but Stroud caught him snoozing and snuck to second. A 2-strike hit down the right field line. And just like that, the Rivermocs finally have some offense going on without 2 outs. The plate is Kylie Jensen. Takes a pitch low. Can the Rivermocs turn it around here in the bottom of the 6th? That pitch misses high. It's 2-0 the count to Jensen, who has gotten on base both times to the plate, walked in the first and singled in the fourth to lead off that inning. Two-0 comes home. Jensen blasts it high to center. This should score a run. Catch is made. Zelenka tags. The runner stays at second, and the Rivermocs shut out no more. Sac fly off the bat of Kylie Jensen brings home the first run of the game for Myakka City. That brings up Alana Velasquez, who is 0 for 2, a pop out and a fly out to her name today. Kira Carreau rocks and deals. Pitch is low, good stop by the catcher. That is now Bartholomew for the second inning. One ball pitch to Velasquez, the infielder. Pokes this on the ground, gets through the infield, base knock. Stroud stops at third base. Velasquez with a base knock, and the Mocs continue to swing it well in the 6th inning. They only had 3 hits entering it. Now they've doubled that total. Meeting in the circle now, just the Aquanauts infield. And Chloe Evans, the head coach for the Rivermocs, will come out to retrieve the elbow pad from Velasquez. Still only 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. The runners on both corners. At first, Velasquez. At third is Stroud. At the plate for the first time, Sammy Zelenka. Ball 1 to her. Next pitch. Zelenka tags and sends it to right center, and it falls past the outstretched arms of the center fielder. Stroud is in. To third base, Velasquez. Another run is in for the Mocs off the RBI double. Zelenka, a pinch hit, extra base hit. With that, the tying run is on deck, as it's Bryn Trujillo. First pitch to her. The pinch hitter takes a strike. At the knees, Bryn Trujillo out of Chadron State College, the Eagles at the Division II level. Hit below the Mendoza line this past season in 28 games. Takes the ball 1. Also a useful pitcher for the Eagles. Pitched in 24 games as she swings and rips it foul off the foot of the coach Evans. She has a camera in her hand. She is all about social media, Chloe Evans. Big on TikTok. The 1-2 pitch. Trujillo lets it drop in the dirt. Two balls, 2 strikes to Trujillo, pinch hitting for Jolie Matthews, who went 0 for 2 in the 7-hole. Here comes the 2-2 from Carreau. This ball lifted to right center, and it drops for a base hit. The throw cut off by Carreau. Now moving to second is Trujillo. She slides in safe. The ball is loose, and 2 runs score. Sloppy defense by the Aquanauts allows the tying run to come to the plate. It's a base hit for Trujillo, an infield single that scores Velasquez. This ball is batted down with a bunt, and she is safe. Runners on both corners. The Mocs have woken up in the 6th. The tying run on base. Delaney Glover, an infield bunt single. First pitch is a ball to Emma Castori, the Georgia Bulldog. Next pitch, Castori pounds it foul. The 1-1 pitch. Ooh, good placement by Carreau. It's strike 2. Still only 1 out in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The 1-2. Castori fights a pitch off. And at this point, the Aquanauts might be looking at that run that they scored in the top half of this inning and being grateful for the wild pitch that scored their 6th run. That said, the tying run is on base at first, as Castori sends it to left, base hit. 1 run is in. Rolling over to third base is Brown. She is in safe. 2 in scoring position. The tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second. The Rivermocs with 5 runs in the inning, and there's only 1 gone. Now Summer Castori with an opportunity to tie or take the lead. The pitch to her. Castori flies it back and foul. Sack fly ties it. Summer Castori takes strike 2 on the inner half. Ninth batter of the inning. Swings and fights it off, foul. The 0-2 pitch to the rising freshman. Summer Castori, a fly ball to center. We'll see if this can tie it. The catch is made. Tagging from third. The throw cut off. We're even at 6. Sack fly by Summer Castori. And after trailing 6-0 entering this inning, it is a brand new ball game. Now Kenzie Pylon, who's 1 for 3 today. The pitch from Carew. Strike 1. An exciting finish to this game between the Aquanauts and the Rivermocs. Swing and a pop-up to the shortstop. Catches made, inning over. All even at 6 as we enter the 7th inning. A brilliant half inning from the Rivermocs. They score 6 hits thanks to a total of 6 hits and 2 sacrifice flies. 7th inning when we return. Brand new ball game in the 7th inning. We're even at 6 after the Rivermocs scored 6 in the bottom of the 6th. For the Aquanauts in this inning, they send Kaylee Wyndham, Bree Hopkins, and Lauren Sweat to the dish, facing Fia Zelenka, who allowed a run in the previous inning. First pitch is a bunt. Zelenka bobbles it, and the leadoff runner reaches. Leadoff error by the pitcher as the first pitch is a called strike to Hopkins, who had a great day in the circle, to go with her 0 for 1 performance with 2 walks. Hopkins fists it up, and Velasquez gets there. Brilliant play by the third baseman to record the first out. Here's Lauren Sweat. Doubled her last 2 times to the plate to go with a walk that she had in the second. She's pushed back with the first pitch ball. Pitch misses high. Swing and a foul ball, strike 1. Two 1 pitch comes home from Zelenka. Slips outside, ball 3. And time taken by the catcher.
Sorry. Do we end in a time? I don't know. I want to say no, but I'm not sure.
Pitch is high, ball 4. 2 runners on for the Aquanauts. Wyndham to second. Sweat is safe at first. That sends us back to the top of the order. It is Jada Young. Shows a bunt, rolls it to the pitcher. Zelenka gloves and throws to first. That time clean on the 1-3 ground out. Or the sacrifice bunt, rather. That advances both. That is the second out of the frame, however. So the Aquanauts running out of leeway to extend or take the lead. Karis Pierce took ball 1. She's 3 for 4 with a double. And 2 runs scored, also with a stolen base. She has been elite so far for the Aquanauts. Zelenka winds and fires. Fouls it away. The 2-1 pitch. Oh, great movement by Zelenka. She wanted that one. It's called ball 3. The 3-1 now. That's a strike. Wyndham at third base. At first, rather second is Sweat. 2 gone. The payoff pitch. Got her on the outer edge. Zelenka leaves her looking, and the Aquanauts leave 2 in scoring position thanks to a walk and an error, but they will give the Rivermocs an opportunity to walk it off in the bottom half of a tie ball game. The bottom of the 7th has arrived, and there is a tie between the Rivermocs and the Aquanauts. It is 2-3-4 due up for the Mocs. Fia Zelenka, who had a solid 7th inning, allowed a couple base runners, one off a walk, one by an error she committed. They got in scoring position, but she ended the inning with a brilliant strikeout looking. Here she is with an opportunity to end the game, as she takes ball 1 upstairs. Not much of a home run hitter, has only hit 2 in her collegiate career. They came this past spring with Southeastern. She singled and scored in the 6th as it's a new pitcher, Bree Hopkins, as it's ball 2. Somewhat of a new pitcher. She's returning after pitching the 3rd and 4th inning for the Knots. Went 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. She was reliable as she's been through the early goings of this summer. 2-0. Misses outside, so it's 3-0 count to the leadoff hitter. Kira Carrero, tough outing for her. 2 innings. She sent him down 1-2-3 in the 5th, but in the 6th inning, allowed 10 to get to the plate, 6 to score off 7 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. 3-0 pitch to Zelenka. Hopkins fires home. And it's a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff runner. The previous half inning for the Rivermocs, when they were up to hit, the inning started with a Zelenka leadoff single. Stroud then with the base hit to advance the runner to 3rd, and it was a sac fly that scored the first run of the game for the Mocs. They were shut out until the 6th. They've stormed from behind to tie it, now with an opportunity to end it. 1-0. Quarter swing, called a strike. The 1-1. That's high. Kyler Stroud so far today is 1 for 3. The single and a run scored. The 2-1. Drifts inside. Hopkins wanted it. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's ball 4. Down low in the first 2 runners reach in the bottom of the 7th. The winning run in scoring position with no outs for the Mocs, and it's the cleanup hitter who is due up. So Hopkins re-enters and walks the first 2 batters, and the infield will converge and talk about how they want to handle this situation. Kylie Jensen walked in the 1st, singled to lead off the 4th, hit a sac fly in the 6th. She has had a fantastic game in the 4 spot for Mayaka City. Out of Northwestern, where she only played 4 games, didn't even drive in a run, barely had the opportunity to do so. Bree Hopkins in a difficult situation here. First pitch. Jensen flashes bunt. It rolls away. Throw down the 3rd base line, and it gets away. Zelenka is in, and the game is over. Zelenka steals 3rd base and scores on the throwing error, and the game is over. The Rivermocs storm from behind score 7 unanswered, and win it 7-6. A brilliant showing of resiliency for Mayaka City, and they take this one over the Aquanauts. A walk-off error on a throwing mistake, and the Mocs win it 7-6. We'll step aside. When we return, the Manatee Skeeters face the Sarasota Bay Swashbucklers.